Hello, and thank you for watching and listening to another episode of the Podacity with Keita Rose. Here we dare to use our voices, have the audacity to own who we are, and vow, raise up your roses, we vow to never stop, never shrink, and most importantly, never!
Shut up. It's just not gonna happen.
Like, share, subscribe, talk in my comments. Tell me how you really feel. Hit that bell notification so I can pop up on your timeline and hype this video up if you can. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you guys how I really feel about this. Once was really cool guy in his 20s turned 45 to 50-year-old flexer, right? Turned like it's a pipeline from like cool guy, had all the women, was real sexy, looking good, to like older loser, still wants to have it, still out here doing that it looks stupid pipeline. And I want to talk about that. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like the guys that were 18, 20 years old and all the women thought that they were so cool, but now they're 45, still talking about what they did in high school, still talking about how they used to flip bricks, and they was out there making money. They was white bricks.
Oh, white bricks. Off white bricks. All 10 bricks.
And it's like now these guys should be golfing, should be, spending time at the country club, should be investing in businesses and having multiple businesses, big corporations, but instead they have hips now, right? They're wearing skinny jeans and lots of chains. They look like how they did at 20, except now they have hips. They have hips, they have fuller breast, and they still got it. They still out here flexing.
They still out here doing what they gotta do, shawty, and throwing up gang signs.
We're gonna talk about that because I find it incredibly interesting. So the first person that comes to mind when I talk about that is Kevin Gates. I'm not even gonna lie. I am and was a big fan of Kevin Gates' music. Well, I'm more so was a fan of his old music. I don't really know what's going on now.
Stop. Don't touch me there. This there, my no square.
I don't know nothing about that. I really don't. But I was a really big fan of his music. But who I was more a fan of, and I think a lot of women can relate, was his wife, Dria, right? I even had an interview with Dria, and everything you think she is, she is. She smells nice. She is nice. She's beautiful naturally. She's amazing. She truly, truly is. It was an amazing interview. If you're not a member, join my membership and you'll be able to see the full interview. But nonetheless, everybody was a fan of Kevin Gates and Dria's relationship. It seemed to be genuine. They were high school sweethearts. They have 2 kids together. She dropped everything. This is important. She dropped
everything
in order to manage his career, in order to help him out. She even said that she's the one that kind of urged him to take it seriously because she saw his talent and, she saw that he was doing it kind of like a hobby, but she wanted him to take it seriously.
And so one day I just went to him, I'm like, what do you think about taking this serious? Like, do you want to do that? He's like, sure, why not? And that just gave me the, you know what I'm saying? The power to just kind of run with it. And so I started reaching out to people. I was the one that was getting dressed and going to the clubs at night, handing the CDs to the DJ, because this was pre-social media.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? This was
the picture.
Exactly. This was boots on the ground. This is, I'm out here shaking hands, kissing babies, hugs, all of that, you know? So it was really just like about connecting the dots, finding the right people, going to them. Hey, like, you need to listen.
Put her boots on the ground. This was before social media. This was like in the early 2000s. She put her boots on the ground and went around passing out his mixtape. Y'all remember when you used to go to the mall or go to the movie theater and rappers would pass out their mixtapes because they wanted you to listen to it? It wasn't here, download this link or stream my music on SoundCloud or Spotify. It wasn't none of that back in the day. Back in the day, them LimeWire days, people were passing out their mixtapes, and Dria was a big reason why Kevin Gates got big. She was a big part of his success. And she's, mind you, even when we talked in our interview, she's never talked down on him. She's never disrespected him. So it's not like she's resentful. It's not like she's like, I'm the reason why you got. Never heard that from Dria, and she doesn't even strike me to be that type of woman. But there is a good amount of women that left everything, dropped everything, did not work on their career, did not go to school, did not do what they wanted to do or follow their dreams or aspirations because they were with a man and they were pouring their all into that man. There are a lot of women that have that story. I don't know if that's Dria's story. Maybe she was able to do everything she wanted to do. Maybe she doesn't feel resentment at all. Maybe she doesn't feel bitterness. You know, I don't get that from her. She's very unbothered. Drika's an unbothered queen. There's a lot of women that focused their whole 20s and 30s on a man and lost it all and didn't have anything to show for it once that man moved on. Once that man disrespected them and they had to make that decision on whether or not they were going to sit there and allow them to be disrespected or go on and leave that man. They left with nothing but kids, debt, baggage, sadness. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of women's story. A lot of people were confused when Britney Renner and Kevin Gates popped out because they were like, well, aren't you guys together? We knew they were separated because Kevin Gates had a mixtape where he kind of accused Dria of sleeping with a female personal trainer. So not only did he say that she was a cheater, but he was kind of trying to slide in there that she was gay.
I've been being real positive with you guys, you know what I'm saying? Hey, like I said, I'm not speaking on my behalf, but I've been being real positive with you guys. And I just want you to know one thing. I'm not none of these other rappers that walk around with security. If y'all play with anything I love, I'm letting you know now. Hey, matalo. I hope everyone hears me. I'm ready to do a life sentence. I love you all. Y'all have a beautiful day. Because, bitch, you got to kill me.
I personally did not believe it. If you believed it, that's on you. But again, when all those allegations came up, Dria was somewhere in her garden, somewhere rubbing her cows and feeding the fish in her farm. She wasn't worried about it. She wasn't worried about it at all. Unbothered queen. So when they popped out and they said that they were married, people were like, well, you know, he is a Muslim man. He's allowed to have, you know, multiple wives. But people were like, well, is Dria okay with that? Well, Dria never said anything.
Everything I say is alleged. I'm alleged. This video is AI. This is a simulation for real, and none of this is real.
Britney came out and said that that relationship only lasted, or marriage only lasted for 60 days, and it really wasn't working out. But she thanks Allah, because remember, she went Muslim. She turned Muslim, and everybody was trying to figure out why she was going Muslim. And a lot of people were like, well, maybe she saw the light. She doesn't want to be provocative anymore. She doesn't want to be, you know, naked on the gram anymore. She turned into somebody, you know, the hoe, I done talked about this before, the hoe to holy woman pipeline is hot, and it happens more than you think. But anyways, people were like, well, maybe she just wants to change religions and change her life. So she gathered a lot of support from that, and she was on Basketball Wives. People were also confused. Why is Britney Renner on Basketball Wives? She's not a wife, and she's not with a basketball player. But either way, it is what it is. Producers do their own things all the time. That relationship ended. So recently, Kevin Gates pops out with a 26, 27-year-old Marine veteran woman named Jeleni Tahana. Okay, she's a beautiful, beautiful girl, but people couldn't help but notice the age difference, right? Kevin Gates is 40 years old. He's 39, turning 40, I guess, next year. And Jeleni is 26. People are like, wow, that's a pretty big age gap. So instead of just being like, hey, listen, I'm into younger women, that she's not 18, she's not 17, she's not, he pops up and say, don't nobody want no old washed up. Take a listen.
Man, don't want no old man. What don't want a young man? Huh? You don't like it, eat my man, straight up. Yeah, what want something that been, you heard me? Don't nobody go, my have emotion. We ain't going to the used car line, man. But see, that don't be nothing but that water on it, like, man, hey, yeah, damn near, yeah. Old enough to be your daddy, yeah, of course. Yeah, want some, yeah. Got more sister. Hey.
I would just like to say, I've said this so many times, but it seems like, I don't know, let me know if I'm tripping in the comments. It seems like year after year, we only have 15 topics to talk about. Like, just like, you ever ate something over and over again? It's just like, you ever run out of new foods to eat? Like, you felt like you didn't ate everything? Like, there's no new things that you can try. That's how I feel about these topics, because over and over and over again, year after year after year, I personally have to say that no woman 30 and up cares what these 39, 40, 50-year-old men are doing. And it's a constant attack on women, older women, 30 and up, right? Where, oh, your guys are jealous, you're washed up, you wish you had this. If anything, we grew up together and I saw that grow up. Me personally, I don't say that. I don't ever try to stop love. If you want to be with that old man, be with that old man, but listen carefully when I say, make sure you set yourself up. If you're 26 years old, 27 years old, and you believe that you and Kevin are going to be together forever, but he's saying that women 30 and up are washed up, then you only got about 3 years left, babe. You only got about 3 years left before you are welcome to the washed up club, right? So with that being said, make sure that you set yourself up. I remember being in my early 20s and thinking to myself, I want to date older men because they're more mature. These guys, 25-year-olds my age, these 22-year-olds my age, they just don't get it. They're irresponsible, they cheat, they're disrespectful. I think an older man's going to be more mature. I think an older man's going to know how to treat me, and in certain situations, very slim.
Slam!
You would think that an older person is more mature. You would think that an older person would know how to court you and how to treat you. But like I said earlier in this video, there's a pipeline between men that never really grew up. Those hips and those love handles say 45, but the mind is still somewhere in the 20s. And it's like, I don't know if lean or all that that people, them perks that people used to pop back in the day, them tabs, them bars back in the day, got them like stuck on stupid. I don't know, but they didn't grow up. They don't grow up. Not all, but some. They don't grow up. So it's like biologically you're 45, 40, 50 years old, but mentally you're really, really young. And that's why you connect so well to these younger women, because an older woman, right, no matter how they say we're bitter and this and that, is going to say,
What the are you talking about?
like Kevin Gates got on live with his girlfriend, and was talking about how he was eating a 60-year-old woman's booty once. Take a listen.
She about,
How old?
babe, I want to say about a good, this lady might be a good, like, I want to say about 60, but she work out though.
60.
Yeah. She never had a say before. I was the first one to eat her. Babe, I'm talking about, babe, I'm in there, and I fucked her raw. I ain't gonna even lie. I usually strap, you heard me? I was about to get that belt. Next thing I know, I just say, F that belt. And got the busting her up in that bitch. And it was like, you just be round here like a won't, like, you like, won't.
I don't know if I want to just be laid up with you while you talking about eating another woman's booty and then she's still texting you. Unless you're paying for my nursing degree. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Listen, I'm not a gold digger. I've always been the type of woman that has to work. I've always been the type of woman that has 2, 3, sometimes, 4 jobs, because I do not want to depend or rely on anybody for anything, especially not a man. That is a surefire way to be controlled, right? Somebody that you need money from. But if you're a younger woman and you're with these older men, make sure you're getting yourself set up. Make sure you're just not a side piece that they flip, dip, stick it all in and do all that, lick and do all that too, and then they throw you away to the next guy. Make sure you're setting yourself up. Other than that, what are you there for? To get Viagra Peen, a bag, and a plate at Nobu? I guess. Have fun, but make sure you're setting yourself up. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my automobile? Can you pay my telephone bills? If you can't, then maybe we can't.
Chill. Hey, honey, I'm going to nursing school. Really need you to pay that off. Hey, I'm thinking about being a lawyer. You got me? Hey, it's going to cost this much in order to start my brand new lash business. You got it?
Oh, no, I'm just in the bed with you while you talking about eating a 60-year-old woman's booty? I'm just happy to be with you? Okay. Well, yeah, that takes a special woman. She also said she would let this man boo-boo on her. She said, I would let you poop on me when he was talking about, going to Dubai. This what I mean by we not missing much. I don't know why they try to hurt women 31, 32, 39, 40. Oh, you wish you was here. I don't want, no. You're not gonna doo-doo on anybody. No, I'm glad Kevin Gates was like, yeah, nah, I'm not doo-dooing on you. But the fact that she's like, I would let you doo-doo on me. You could doo-doo on me. That's special. And I love their connection, and I hope they last forever. But I also hope she's setting herself up, especially if you're going to let somebody
on you.
Look, Kevin Gates once said, I got 6 jobs. I don't get tired. But it seems like Dria got tired of his ass because she filed for divorce for irreconcilable differences. And I 100% agree. She is asking for $23,000 a month in child support. He got 4 kids, but they got 2 kids together. I think it's fair. She she managed your career. She's the reason why you have a career. Absolutely. And she's asking for like $46,000 in spousal support. She says she just needs to be able to pay the bills off. See, that's what happens when a man is tired of you. He goes off, does his own thing, and now he's not responsible. Now he feels like he doesn't need to be there for the obligations. He don't need to be there for the kids. I'm not saying that this is Kevin's situation, but I'm saying he feel like he don't need to be there for the kids no more. He out doing this and doing that. You got it since you want to be done anyway. Handle everything by yourself. So many women, again, numerous amounts of women have been through this where you say, you know what? I don't want to be in the relationship anymore, but we have 3 kids together. And the man's like, you got it. Since you don't want to be with me anymore, find you another man. Since you don't want to be with me anymore, why you need my money? You don't need anything. And it's like, we have 3 kids, or we have this estate together, or I spent the last 17 years making sure you were okay. I poured myself into your business. And now because of that success, you can go off and do whatever. What about me? And the man is like, sorry. You got it. You good. Okay. Well, if that's ever your situation, you do got to figure out how you gonna get it back in blood, bruh. And that's what I think Drake is doing. I don't think she's being selfish. I don't think she's being crazy. I don't think she's asking for a crazy amount of money. But yeah, she needs to be compensated. On top of that, the fact that he's continuously disrespected her and continues to disrespect really anybody that she's with. It was so funny because he had posted a picture with him and the new girl, and somebody said he don't play about him. And then the comment after that said, he play about every bitch he with.
He play about every he with.
And it's true, he be playing in everybody's faces. And sometimes you look and you say, dang, I'd like to urge people, especially women, to think about things differently. Instead of saying, I wasted my time, instead of saying, he took my good years, really understand that everything in life is an experience and everything in life is a lesson. And maybe that was your long lesson that you needed to learn. We've all had lessons that we need to learn. And I really, really do hope that Dria is doing good. I wish her well, and I hope that she's managing, right? Because the economy is it's not easy out here. And again, she has her Dria Wellness and she has her other business ventures, but she spent most of her time helping him and building him up and uplifting him. I don't know what Britney Renner's doing since that's his ex-wife. I don't know what she's got going on. I think she's supposed to be starting a podcast. Wish her well too. But y'all got to stop this. Y'all, the men with the hips and the skinny jeans and the chains, that haven't like grown up, have to stop the whole like, oh, they wish they... We're okay. Trust me. Go get a 22-year-old. Do your thing. Just, ladies, set yourself up. Set yourself up. These gonna be 69. Oh, give me my lean and my Viagra and my cholesterol medication. I need my metformin. Nah, we're good. Let the young girls deal with that. Speaking of being back with his family, because a lot of people are saying that, Kevin Gates really lost a good woman, and this is what we're experiencing is like a midlife crash out. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me, but if he doesn't want to be back with his wife, if he's happy with these young girls because getting doo-dooed on Dubai, that's him. Let's go on to Ray J. Now, Ray J, who's 44 years old, popped out with a new young girl, too, named Sheila. Apparently, he met her on this show, Love Cabin. I have no idea what Love Cabin is. Let me tell you something. When people are like, why can't you recap Love Island? Love Island is big. Go ahead and recap that. Couldn't do it. Saw one episode and was like, nah. When Shelly and Alandria first met and they started screaming at each other.
I'm Shelly. I'm Alandria.
I said, hell no, I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna watch seasons of this. I'm not. I like real. I'm waiting for January to pop off so that we could get this Love After Lockup started. I like real life. I love that everybody had abs and they were beautiful and all that. I love that. I like fupas. Give me a tattoo with a missing side tooth. That way I know it's real. That's the type of I watch. So I don't know anything about Love Cabin, but this girl apparently came from Love Cabin, but I knew she looked familiar. And this is the same girl that when Kevin Gates spiritually married Britney Renner, this is the same girl that came out and was like, I was with Kevin and we're supposed to be together. And he said he was separated from his wife. And you knew, Britney, you knew we were together and I'm with Kevin. I'm like,
they just passing them around like hotcakes.
Again, ladies, are you setting yourself up or are you just letting old men hit it? What's going on? I hope you're setting yourself up. So we all know Ray J got some problems. We all know that Ray J has, cry for helps, right? This one felt a little bit different because while he was on streaming, while he was on live with his new girlfriend that he claims that he loves, he talked about wanting to be back with Princess Love.
I love you.
I love you too.
But I'm not in love with you.
You're not?
And I never will be.
Never?
Just like you're not in love with me.
But it can grow to that.
I'll never grow to that. Don't ever get it twisted.
See?
Anyway, so let's get back to business.
But you want Princess Love back, huh?
I want her to know that I'm never going anywhere. And she knows that. And so together, through these phases, I just want to make sure that we're good and the kids know that we're still a solid unit together. Right. That's very important.
Y'all remember when Ray J pushed Princess in the pool?
Stop. Bitch. Stop. You're a bitch. You know what? You're a bitch. Stop.
It just seems the whole relationship is so chaotic. The whole relationship was chaotic. He wasn't faithful. Princess is gorgeous. She moved on to do her own thing. And it's just like, this to me is what we might see happen to Kevin Gates in the future. Of like, now I done already been with all these women. I done already did all these benders and everything else. Okay, I put a feather in my head. Kevin Gates put a feather in his head. He's spiritual. Ray J talked to Kirk Franklin. He's spiritual. It's all textbook. It's all the same thing, right? I'm going to lose my good thing because I'm out here being reckless and I want to taste the streets again, but the streets don't love me because all these hoes want is money.
Absolutely. Set yourself up, ladies.
All these hoes want is money. They don't love me no more. And now I want to go back to the woman that always was with me, the woman that held me down, the woman that really stayed through my toughest times. And it's like, hopefully, Dria and Princess say,
hell no. Stay where you're at. Right? Like, stay where you're at.
Ray J got this girl crying on live.
I love you. You want to cry? You've been crying all night, and I love you, and I don't want you to cry. And I'm so sorry. In the chat, sorry. W to Sheila.
They were just asking. Why are you being so mean to me?
Imagine being 44 years old talking about,
You crying again? You cry all the time. You crying? Chat. W for Shyla. Chat.
what the fuck are you talking? We're old. Why can't anybody have a conversation? Why can't anybody make sense? This is such a scary timeline. Listen, Ray J wants to be with Princess Love. Maybe they can reconnect. It seems he's unhappy. Everything that I've seen from Ray J seems like he's just unhappy on Twitch. I don't know. He's going through it. But he says Shyla can have a house. That's what I meant, girl. Fuck it. That's what I meant. He said she can have one of his houses. Great. So let me have one of his houses. No strings attached. I don't want to sleep with you. Just give me the house because I done already been through hell with you and I done already told everybody we were together. So I've done my job. I've already embarrassed myself enough. Listen, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm going to meet you down there. I just want older men to know we don't mind. Us old, washed up, bitter women are fine, flourishing over here. Go do your thing. We don't want to get doo-dooed on. We don't want to cry on Twitch with you. None of it, okay? We're over here, we're shopping, we're at Marshall's. We're at Home Goods, we're lighting candles, we're meditating. we drinking more water. We're getting shit done over here, okay? We're starting businesses. You good, okay? And until next time, I will holla.